Hey everybody. A little late on this one. Sorry. I had a very busy weekend, and tomorrow work is sending me to Vegas for a conference. So just I'm squeezing this in where I can. Number 70 in the Criterion collection is The Last Temptation of Christ by Martin Scorsese from the United States from 1988, starring Willem Dafoe as Jesus. The film very clearly at the beginning points out that this is not a strict interpretation of the gospel. It is rather an exploration of the idea of what it is to be at that intersection of man and divinity, that struggle of being the Son of God. That said, it does represent several stories from the Bible. Jesus throwing the moneylenders out of the temple, Mary Magdalene, the raising of Lazarus, these sorts of things. I want to say right now, I don't want to get into a discussion about the biblical accuracy or religion in general. I'm here to talk about movies. I'm not here to talk about religion, right? So, largely, I just want to talk about this as a film. I will point out when this movie came out, there were a lot of protests about it that make no sense when you see the full context of the film itself. I mean, the title alone tells you there's something going on here. The Last Temptation of Christ. I'm trying not to spoil it because it is kind of the big end sequence of the movie. But at the end, Jesus is tempted with something. And people who saw the movie but didn't understand or think about the movie at all saw that temptation as a reality instead of something that was being offered, and that was the source of their protests. I realize that is so vague it doesn't help. Essentially, most of the protests against this movie when it came out protested what they thought the movie was saying, and it's not what the movie was saying at all. Which probably doesn't surprise a lot of you. I don't have any specific filmic topics that leap to mind to talk about this movie. I mean, it's from 1988. It is a fairly straightforward film. I think it's very well done. I think Willem Dafoe does an amazing job. I think Martin Scorsese did a great job directing it, as he generally does. Um, it's a very good film. I liked it a lot. I am not used to taking Willem Dafoe seriously. Uh, Possibly because I feel like pretty much everything post Spider Man, he has kind of an impish twinkle in his eye in every character he plays. But that's not the case here, right? He is playing this very seriously, and he does a very good job of it. Um, I don't. I'd love to get more into why people were protesting, but I don't want to spoil the movie because should you see this movie, yeah, check it out. I mean, even if you're not a Christian and have an issue with modern day Christians, which is potentially a valid viewpoint, it's still a good story told well, which is honestly the main thing I'm looking for in a movie is a good story told well. And this accomplishes that. Sorry, I'm struggling for anything else to say, but I think this is just going to be a short review, which is fair considering the schedule squeeze I'm kind of under at the moment. So let's see what is coming up next. I have to scroll to my place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so this is our last American film for a little bit. Our next movie, number 71, will be The Magic Flute by Ingmar Bergman from Sweden from 1975. Now, I know there is a famous opera called The Magic Flute. I don't know anything about that opera, and I don't know if this is an adaptation of that opera. But by the next time we speak, I should have answers to some of those questions. Thank you all for watching this silly little series of mine. I am sorry this one's a little light on substance. It was a good movie. I couldn't find a lot of meat on that particular bone to talk about other than I thought it was well done. I'll see you next time. Thank you.